This video is about how you can remove your radio and get the numbers that you need so you can figure out what your radio code is. I've actually already gone through the process of taking my radio out, and so I kind of just pushed the faceplate back and this part here back just so I can illustrate what needs to be done. And basically, I had become frustrated with, I'd gone to the dealership once to get the code, and Santa Monica Mitsubishi charged me $100 to get the code. And I recently had my battery changed, and I didn't write the code down, and I didn't want to go spend another $100 trying to figure out what the code was. So I read an article on the internet, and basically on the top of the radio there are some numbers that you need to get, and once you get these numbers you can call up Mitsubishi and they'll give you the code, so you don't have to go and pay money to actually have this done. This is a fairly simple procedure that if I can do it, anyone can do it. So the first thing you need to do, well, the first thing I did was I took a kitchen knife, very sharp kitchen knife, and I pried open this little plate here, and it actually snaps right off. I used this kitchen knife, and I also used this tool here, and I was actually able to, without much trouble, get the plate off. And when you take the plate off, it looks like that. This is the back of the plate. I don't know what all these thingamabobbins are, but they look pretty important, so I would, once you remove the cover, I would try not and damage it. And then there's a little plastic thingy here. I just took that off. The next thing I did was I took this screwdriver, and underneath here, there's some screws. I don't know if you can see them, but they're two screws. So I removed one screw on this side, there's one screw on this side, and there's another screw on this side. And I don't know what size screwdriver this is because I'm not very, but this is something that everyone I think should have lying around the house. I found it lying around the house. So once you remove the two screws on the bottom, this part here, the center console part, comes up fairly easily. And you can just move that to the side. All that is two screws coming up, and you see how it's over on the steering wheel. That whole center console part just pulls up, and there's some big holes there, and the radio is exposed. So usually there's a screw here, there's a screw here, there's a screw here, and there's a screw here. Like I said, I had already taken the screws out, but let me demo. They would normally be like this. If you're opening it for the first time, I had just done this myself. So the screws, there would be 4 screws here, here, and 2 on the other side. You just take that same screwdriver that you remove the bottom screws with, because they're the exact same screws. And then you just, once you have those, and be careful of this here, I'm trying to move this here so it doesn't fall. But once you have those screws out, then your radio just slides out. You just slide it out. Okay? Your radio slides out, and you see there's some wires back there. So be careful not to pull it too much. And then on the top of your radio are the numbers in question. Now there's a number that I'm gonna have this far away shot. I don't want the whole world seeing my numbers. There's an MR number, and the MR number is followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. And there is also a serial number found underneath the barcode. And that serial number has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers followed by a letter. So what I already did, I took all this information, I called Mitsubishi and their telephone number, just not a dealership, but the main Mitsubishi office, and their telephone number, it's 1-888 188 Mitsu 2008. So it's 1888 MITSU 2008. And I spoke with a very nice representative, and she wanted to know what the last 8 digits of my VIN was, and I provided those numbers to her. And in about 30 seconds, she had given me my code, and I was completely excited. So, and I had actually remembered half of my code, and I didn't remember the other half. And when she gave me the code, I'm like, yep, that's the code. So I'm really excited, and hopefully you've learned something. And if you've learned something, and if this information has helped you at all, please post your response so other people won't have to go through the torture and and all the hassle of going to the dealership and spending $100 just to get the code. Thanks. Have a great day.